Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's time for one of my favourite videos of the month. This is my Indie Author Showcase, where I invite indie or self-published authors to come along and talk about their books. Today I've got 5 authors to showcase for you, including 3 finalists from previous SBFBO competitions. So I'm really excited to get them in front of you. Let's go and take a look who we've got.
Hey, my name is Zack Argyle. I am the author of the Threadlight trilogy. I'm so excited because the third and final book in the trilogy comes out August 25th. It's something that I've been working on for years. I've had planned out, and I'm so excited that it's finally done. But today, I'm here to talk to you about the first book in the series, which is Voice of War. This book was not only the 2020 Indies Today Best Fantasy, but it was also a finalist in SPFBO, as well as the Book Bloggers Novel of the Year Award. What I am particularly excited about is that right now, if you join my newsletter, you can actually get the entire audiobook for Voice of War for free. The narrator is absolutely incredible. His name is Adam Gold. He's an award winner. He's got this deep baritone voice. Highly recommended if you like audiobooks. Again, it's free. You can go to my website and you can check it out. The tagline for this book and for this series is, "Their child will save the world if they can keep the damn kid alive." So at its heart, this book and this series is really all about family. It's about hope. It's quite dark at times, but at other times I think it's quite heartwarming. There's a lot of sentimental moments between, people that really care about each other within their families. And I'm so excited to share it with you all. I'm so grateful for Dom for this opportunity to talk to you, and keep watching his videos because Dom is the best. And that's it. Nice to meet you all. Take care.
Hello, I'm Anna K. Moss, a fantasy author from Brighton, England. On my days off, you can find me baking, walking the dog, or dismantling the patriarchy. And on my days on, you can find me editing the works of other authors, or just wanging on about my own grimdark novel, The Worthy. Now, The Worthy is a dive into a desperate kingdom, the Kingdom of Krell. And the people of Krell are starving. Their paranoid king has waged war for decades, leaving the country broke and broken. Royal siblings Barston and Aelith must prove themselves worthy of rule and try to right the terrible wrongs of their father. That's easier said than done when one has an explosive secret and the other one is loathed by all. To make matters worse, a sacred creature is infecting the citizens of Krell with its emotions: rage, fear, paranoia, despair. Soon violence will erupt and Barston and Aelith must stay true to themselves if they hope to survive. It's full of treachery, intrigue and sapphic longing. It's awash with sinful characters and rammed with fetid settings. If you like the works of Abercrombie, McClellan, Rothfuss, then there's a good chance that you're going to like The Worthy. It's like if Game of Thrones had some kind of monstrous baby with 28 Days Later. There is a lot of backstabbing and there is a lot of fevered violence. So you can find out more on my Twitter or Instagram handles. That's akmoss_author. And a big thanks to Dom for inviting me onto his channel.
Hi everybody, my name is Alicia Wanstall-Burke and I'm the author of The Chromatic Sagas. The Chromatic Sagas is a trilogy of books set in a world that has one foot in the Bronze Age and the Late Stone Age, where tribal cultures are eking out a living in a world that is based where I used to live, in central Queensland in Australia. They have frigid dry seasons and stormy humid wet seasons, and a bush where literally anything could kill you. The other part of our world is set in an Iron Age that is pseudo-Roman, early English, and tiny nations are fighting to keep their independence from an all-consuming, ever-expanding evil empire, and everybody loves an evil empire. In Blood of Heirs, we meet our main characters, Leiden and Ran. Leiden and Ran are young people who have been born with high expectations. They're going to do great things. Or in Leiden's case, she can't do great things simply because she was born a girl. Ran, on the other hand, is expected to inherit his father's duchy, and he kind of comes down with a bad case of the magic, which is very illegal where he's from. Ren sets off on a quest to save his own life by running away when his father finds out that he has magic. He faces insurmountable odds to try and survive in a world where a pampered princeling really isn't built for trying to survive. Lion, on the other hand, is fighting against a patriarchy. She isn't expected to become anything more than another clan leader's wife, and in her mind, she is going to be the next leader of her clan. This isn't a YA book though. This isn't a YA series, even though our characters grow up. It is a coming of age story, but it deals with really deep adult themes like generational trauma. None of the parents in this book are good people. These are all people who are wounded, who are troubled, and who are damaged. So if you're after a complete trilogy with magic, monsters, dragons, and a world that is set in a completely different place than where you usually find fantasy being set, this is for you. All 3 books are available on Kindle Unlimited in hardcover, paperback, and as of the 16th of August, every single one will be available on audio on your chosen platform. I'd like to say thank you to Dom for featuring the Creative Sagas on his channel, and I hope you enjoy the series.
Hi there, I'm Mark Holloway, author of the Aspect series. Have you been after a coming-of-age fantasy story which features magic, artificers, alchemists, people who are really good at blowing people up, magic schools, healers, betrayal, revenge, cruelty, darkness, cozy autumn vibes, and maybe a little bit of tears, and just makes you want to feel sad for a little bit? If the answer to that is yes, to any kind of degree, you might be interested in my book, The Soul's Aspect. This was written by me when I kind of found that there weren't really a huge amount of coming-of-age fantasy stories which were written not necessarily for a young adult audience, but were written for more of the adult audience, kind of the same way that the Robin Hood series was as well. So it's a coming-of-age story which features more mature themes, and that also means that characters face consequences when they do really bloody stupid things. We have settings such as magic schools. We have found families, tender friendships as well, and we focus in on our character Callum, who tells a story via first-person narrative. There are 2 books out currently. As I said, we've got the first book, which is The Soul's Aspect. We've also got the second book, which is The Soul's Instruments, which I'm just now realising I've clashed horribly with my shirt, but we'll put that aside. The third book, Chaos Risen, will be out sometime next year, 2023, as well. Both books are available in paperback, hardback, ebook, and on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm really pleased by the fact that both books are now available on audiobook, on Audible, narrated by the very talented Joel Jackson. If you want to find out more, please contact me via Instagram or Twitter. There's a whole heap of information about the books that you can find there. If you want to know more and you can't find it, just DM me and message me. I really enjoy speaking to readers as they explore the books and as they find out more through the various twists and turns. Thank you to Dom for letting me spend some time talking about the books. And thank you again to Dom for your kind of unwavering support of the indie fantasy subgenre. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. Bye.
Hi, my name is Kerstin Espinosa Rosero, and I am the author of Burn Red Skies. This whole project started because I love drawing, especially dragons. Dragons and airships, Asian-inspired dragons, dragon babies. So I wrote a book about dragons, kind of, called Burn Red Skies, which was an SPF B07 finalist. The book takes place in a world where all the dragons have gone, but their spirits can still be summoned by humans who, for some reason or another, the dragons have developed this sort of affinity to. But when the story begins, there's only one summoner left, and she doesn't have the best intentions. Her raging dragon shatters the entire world into different factions, different sides of an elemental war. It is written in third-person multiple POVs. You have a 16-year-old girl who's looking for her brother in the middle of all this chaos, an airship smuggler who keeps his crew above ground because they're just tired of everything that's happening on land, which I'm sure we can relate to. but also POVs from the other side, like the Summoner General herself and the cruel king that she works for. I would say check it out if you're into airship smugglers, interdimensional dragons, and elemental magic, which, in no small part, is inspired by Final Fantasy IX. Burn Red Skies and its sequel, Rise Red Kingdom, are both available on Kindle Unlimited if that's your flavor. I would also love to geek out about a project I've worked on called The Alchemy of Sorrow, which is a fantasy anthology of 13 short stories from 13 fierce authors about grief and hope. I don't actually have a story in it, but I did the interior illustrations. I'm a huge fan of the stories and encourage you to check them out when they come out on November 1st. If you want to see some of my art, but mostly photos of books, check out my Insta at KE Rosero. I do want to give my cover artist Francisca Stern a shout, and you can find her on Insta at Cover Dungeon Rabbit. And thanks for having me, Dom.
So thank you very much to all of the authors who submitted videos. I had a really good turnout this month actually, and had to bump some authors to the next video because I can only fit so many in one video. If you're a self-published or indie published author and you want to take part in one of my future showcase videos, please do get in touch. You can contact me via Twitter, Instagram, or by email. My address is in the About section here on the YouTube channel. Let me know about your book and I'll give you some details on how you can get your clip to me for inclusion in a future video. I hope you enjoyed these authors today talking about their books. As usual, I'll include a link to the first book in the series and to the author website in the description box below this video. You can also find there all of my social media and support the channel links, including my book club Discord and my Patreon. Thanks very much for your time today. I hope to see you in the next video sometime soon, but until then, as always, take care of yourselves, read some good books. Bye for now.